Hey guys, welcome back. We have today for you prepared a mailbag episode. Also, I don't know, I kind of wanted to touch base on pricing. How do we set the price for cards for our store, which I bet is something a lot of people are curious about. Not us specifically, but for their own purposes. And so I'd love to take you through that very briefly. I could definitely do a much more in-depth tutorial. But here I could just give you a basic feel just by naming a few websites and some of the process that we get into. So I wanted to add to one of our personal collections. It's the Shohei Ohtani collection. Bang! This is a stand-up card from the Topps Flagship Series 2 that came out of Costco. We got a bunch of these, but we never got Shohei, so I bought this one online. I think I spent 15 for that, which might be just a little high for the market today when I'm making this video. But, as going forward, just as a piece of advice, kind of, how to stay in this hobby, having a personal collection is a really big deal because yes, it's expensive. Yes, it's hard to, find these diamonds in the rough and, or, hit gold or whatever it is. Ultimately, if you have a personal collection, this is the best advice I heard. And you can walk out of a card show, you can walk out of a trade, you can walk out of a sale, with something in your hand or a card shop that you're excited about. Maybe this isn't going to break the bank. Maybe there's a million of them. Obviously, this is kind of a more common set. But I think anybody that's got a Shohei collection is probably going to want this card. I want this card for my Shohei collection forever. It's a pop-up, a vintage style. From the numbering, it's from 60, I think it's 64, I think is a callback to 1964, some sort of model card from there. But I mean, it's cool, and so I'm proud to have it. And so we had that come in the mail. Had a Panini Redemption for Isaac Tesla. I think that's how you say his name. And these come in a one touch, and they had come with this very adhesive, normally very, very adhesive, hard to get off Panini tape. And the question becomes, hey, do I break this down and send this into PSA? Which is very complicated, I think. I mean, I've looked at it a lot, and there's not a clear answer. Because on the one side, it's not graded, right? But on the other hand, it came from the people that make the cards, and so it's like straight from the factory almost. It's, in my imagination, it is. Um, I don't know what to do. I think it's almost more valuable like this. I don't want to risk doing anything to it, but look at the elements of this card. I'm very excited about it. Okay, so you can see from the hologram effect, that's called a Pandora. This is obviously Isaac Tesla. That's B. C is autograph. D is rookie card. Uh, E, bronze. This is the rookie phenom, Isaac Tesla. It's also numbered. It's of 199. It looks like it's number 4 out of 199. So, I mean, I looked up this card. I think, I did some pricing on this. I have it written over here. Isaac Tesla, right now, market value about 42.50. And on eBay, there's literally somebody selling one of theirs for 70. I I don't know where I would put this to be specific with you. A part of me wants to just sit on it. We have another card here. It's another Isaac Tesla. Here's a scoop on Isaac Tesla. He looks really good. He's a really high profile wide receiver. He had a few opportunities with the Rams. He made good on those opportunities. Obviously, they're developing him. I think the Ram fan base will tell you that he's very exciting. They're excited to have him and see him develop. This particular card is numbered 27 of 89. And I put this out on the market. I think I'd put this out there at $95. I think. This is the one that's actually 42.50 according to market value that they're kind of projecting based on low level sales. Somebody's selling theirs for $70. So that's more to be more clear. So we'll come back to this. So let's stop real quick. So when I say market value, so there's a website, there are several websites. One of them is Market Movers. That's one that you can use. I use Sports Card Pro, and what it does is it shows you a lot of the eBay transactions that are happening for any given card. And they have a gigantic database and usually pictures to go along so you can find the card you're looking for. But also, they not only do they show you all the raw transactions, as many as they can, but you can also find out how many, grade 8s, 9s, 10s are selling, how much are those selling for on a day-to-day basis. and it adjusts the projections based on that on a day-to-day basis. So you always can have a pretty good idea. That said, I will tell you right now, anybody dealing with me will know this. When they buy from our store, I love to negotiate. I love to be fair. But if you come at me at 50% of what I'm asking, that's always going to be a deal breaker. I won't talk to you at that level. I try to cut that off anyway. By the way, I do my eBay settings, but um, you know, sometimes people will come and say like, "Oh, I see you're asking $95 for this," and the next closest person is 70. The market says 42 at Sports Card Pro. Like, I'm not going above 65. Here's what I think. I don't like to suffer the fact that he hasn't developed all the way yet. I don't like the fact that I've got this beautiful card. I know that barring serious injury or anything, he's going to develop, and in a year and a half, this card is going to be worth 95. It might be worth more than that because it's numbered, and if the Rams do really, really well and he's a significant player for that. Anyway, I'm going long in the tooth here, but I just wanted to say, it's hard to price cards sometimes, and there is an element of going with your gut, and we'll get back to that. But right now I am sitting on this at 95 just because if somebody really wants it, I understand. They can have it. I might lower that at some point. I'm just going to keep an eye on it every day. Same here. This one I will not put out right now. There's a lot of elements that make this a super potentially really, really valuable card. All the elements that I mentioned, and so I really want to sit on this until really the iron is hot. If it clearly takes off, because I did price rookie phenom bronze numbered autos swatches, and they're surprisingly low. Like, the series is not that great in terms of developed guys yet. There's not a ton of names there. And I think the prices are really like $15 to $20 or $25 for the high end. And that's not going to cut it for this. I'm not going to put it out there for that. Somebody's going to get an argument with me. So I'm just going to sit until this is, let's call it a $100 card, something like that. Moving on. So, as you guys know, we love the Wembys around here. We're obviously collecting those, and I've got a few to share I'm very excited about. Let's get right into it. This is very cool. So we're adding to the collection. So brace yourself. These are fun. Like I said, we pulled some match attacks, and this is from the 100 Club, kind of the more limited edition. We have a few of them already. The pricing is whatever it is. I don't really care. I think we're going to keep any of these Wimbies at this point. Here's the thing with the Wimbies. So I have made a decision. We did make a decision here that we would pull down everything that we were selling. We had kind of a personal collection, and then we had our sales for eBay. But there were definitely some stuff. There were some things, low to mid-level cards for Wemby that were on sale that were not in our personal collection. We kind of thought, well, these are lower, high, mid. But some of the high-end stuff that we've been bringing in and some of the diversity that we've been adding, as you'll see, made us really fall in love with that Wemby collection. We've been watching his games. We've been watching the highlights every night if we don't watch the whole games themselves. And we just, like the rest of the country, fall in love with this guy. He's going to be great. The cards are going to be quite valuable. So we are opting to just take everything in-house, save everything up, and have as good a collection as we can have. And so I went out and I started looking around eBay and sourcing some stuff. Check this out. This is a Panini Instant card. And this is obviously Victor dressed up as Slender Man for Halloween. This is Halloween of 2023. It was an instant classic. So Panini does these instant cards, right? And they say, okay, there was this moment. It just happened today. We're going to make a card. Here it looks. Everybody sign up right away. However many they make is the number of cards that they list here. So this is not the number one of this many. It's just one, literally, of 15,593 that got ordered of this style that particular day when this went on sale, or so, I guess. I'm not an expert here, but this is roughly what I'm understanding. So yeah, we found one. It's raw. I did find some that were for sale, graded 9s and 10s, obviously, but right now I just want diversity. I just want cards that I think are really cool, that can speak to the diversity and the fun of the collection, so that I have a really wide swath. I'll get the nice ones. I'll go and surgically grab the ones I want. Maybe over time we'll start to build up duplicates. We'll build up a higher volume of really cool cards. Gosh, where to start? Here's another one. This is a rookie card. It's another Panini Instant. It's one of 31,324, and it's from the draft. This is a rookie badged Victor Wembanyama. We got the rookie badge here, and it is a grade 9. I don't mind grade 9 here. Again, just a cool card. There's a bunch of them out there. Well, this many specifically. And it's from draft night. And yeah, but I might go grab this for $100, graded 10 today. I mean, geez, in a couple months, in a couple years, a graded 10 of this specific one might be 250, maybe more. So even a 9 is going to appreciate pretty well. But in the meantime, this was 25. I'm fine with that. You could find it for a little cheaper. You could find it raw. You could find it whatever. I don't mind a 9. I like that it's going to be frozen. It looks great. I have it. We have it for the set. Makes me very happy. That's the whole bottom line. Same here. Found this one. Look at this. I love this card. So this is Allen and Ginter, and a couple cool things going on here. So no rookie badge, right? But it is a 2023 Allen and Ginter. So what gives? Well, Allen and Ginter did not. They're Topps company, and they did not have the rights, the NBA licensing rights. So you'll see there is no Spurs here. Even a rookie badge is kind of tied into the licensing of a player. So even though it's a rookie quote unquote card, they can't say that. Also, they didn't have a basketball set. This is kind of from what you would basically call the baseball set, I would say, from 2023. But if you know Allen and Ginter, they throw in celebrities. They throw in people from all kinds of different sports. And I mean, I pulled, a Seth Meyers before. I've pulled a Larry David. I've pulled, musicians. So I just think it's a cool card. I think it's one of those, again, just falls in that pile of, I want this for my personal collection. And I negotiated with people all over town. This you could find right now today for anywhere from 60 to 100, maybe 120 I've even seen. It's going to go up, that's for sure. I did want a 10 in this. I think it's going to be an important card that people are just going to want to signify that you've got, a thoughtful collection here. So I'm excited about this. I will admit that I got this at a deal. This was a $50 card today, so follow along with me over time, and hopefully we're going to see a real nice jump in this. Speaking of that, just pulled this out of the thing. We have not put this online. This is from the 2024 Haunted Hoops collection, and you might have seen these cards. They were from, you could buy them at Target and Halloween, and it's like a long strip of cards, like a pack of, it's an orange cellophane pack. It looks like almost like trick-or-treat candy, which is what it was meant to replace, these trick-or-treat cards. And they have pumpkin parallels and all kinds of different candy and all kinds of different spider webs and things like that for the base set. But this one is actually one of the rare ones, which is called the Hollow Webs insert, with kind of the holographic blue netting webbing kind of hologramish thing. And I love this card. And, when we pulled it, I knew it was rare. But I looked back, and the rookie version of so there's a Hollow Webs from 2023 that is selling well into the thousands, at least 1,500, I think I saw, plus some. And so when I pulled this one, I was like, okay, got it. Not going to be a rookie card, but let's get it graded and let's keep it for our personal collection. So we got back a while ago, and it's a 10. Great news. But we weren't even seeing this like on the market, like a real firm price for this until this week. Maybe it's just because I noticed it this week, but I usually do check on these things pretty frequently. We did see an offer from PSA for $183 for this card. So I think that their prices come in a little low market-wise because obviously they want to resell. So I'm thinking this is probably, more like a $225, $250 card, maybe more. And this is only going to go up. This is another card that looks dope. It's so cool, and it's just going to look great in the collection, and people are going to want it. So we're very, very happy about. Check these out, man. These WEMBY editions, and obviously we've got a few in the hole coming back, and we're going to get to those when they come in. All right, so these came from, if you go to our website or our Instagram, you'll see a picture of me and my wife, Sandy, and the backdrop is actually PSA. We were in their office for a special day, and I'm not remembering the day right off the top of my head. These came in several months later, but we got these from a $99, correct me if I'm wrong, Don Russ Optic Fast Break box while we were waiting to grade some cards that we brought that day. And they finally came in, and we were really nervous about them because we really wanted them to do well. And what else can you do? I mean, you're at PSA, right? So what more of a straight line can you make from the parking lot into the grading station. So we were like, man, please be 10s. So we got these two cards back. Boom. 10s. And check it out. This is a Jason Tatum Mythical, very rare. And this is a DeJounte Murray fast break, and it's gold, and it's 1 of 10, number 8 of 10. These are potentially very valuable cards, and we are so excited to get them back at the level 10. In fact, when I very first got this card, we were sitting in the parking lot looking, and the population, the number of cards that were 10s of this, there were none. That has changed dramatically. I think there's something like 25 now, 26 of them, and that'll change more, but it is still a very rare card, hard to get. And really, the only reason there's so many of them is because anybody knows that you get this card, you need to send it in right away, that you're going to maximize the value of this card. So this one, no comps. There's nobody has even, they're not selling this on eBay. At this time, there's not a market value on this one. We actually provided the photograph of the cards that's in the system, but there's just no tracking on it. So what do you do, right? So we did some pricing, and this one raw $51, and a 10 is 150. This one, I like I said, no comps on this one. So this one, we currently have this at 250. Now, why? Why am I way above market? Because actually, funny enough, Jason and DeJounte, when I got these, were both out with ACL tears. And incidentally, they both returned 2 weeks ago. And they both are awesome. They're both making their mark right away again. And so this card, these players both experience some downside. And I'm not about to go with exactly what the market today value is when I know that both these guys' value is going up with a bullet. So this one's 250. This one, how I got to this price, I believe I'm putting it at 150, and I did that by looking at kind of comparable players that also have gold fast break numbered to 10 cards in this set. And so that landed me right around the 150. Obviously, that's not going to be your SGA. That's not going to be your Stefan Castle. I think is a little bit above this as well, just in terms of market right now and where it's going. But this is a really good card. DeJounte's a great player, and I think both of these cards are going to serve us well. Very exciting stuff, right? I like it. I like it. I feel like I'm racing through this. I'm sorry, but I also don't want you to have to watch a 40-minute video every time. So we got some cards that I want to do the reveals on, and I will just do that right now. But kind of just to kind of let you know, back to what we were talking about in terms of how do we price these? Like I mentioned, there's Sports Card Pro that I will go to, and I'll check, what's the raw price, what is the market price based on the grade, and then I go to check what eBay is really saying, how many people are out there, what are they selling, what's the range, and then I try to come to a price. What I have not mentioned, although I've kind of intimated it so far in this video, is that there's another element, which is my gut. And sometimes you have to consider a bunch of X factors, and that's going to include, watching. Well, first of all, here's some tips, real quick, real good tips. And when you get a card, let's say it's Lawrence Butler. This is a card of 50, and it came back at 8. And what do we do? So I go online and I do the cross check. I've got my crib sheet here, and I'll look for Lawrence Butler. So no comps on the market. This is probably a bad example. eBay, nobody's selling this yet. But if I look at some other players, oh, on eBay, no, we do have some of this. So ungraded, selling for like 35. Somebody's got a grade 10 of this or some others in the set for 350. A grade 8 is about 39. So when I go to Lawrence Butler, I guess the decision here is we're going to go $50 on this card. He's very, very promising. I could be missing some value here, so I'm going to keep a close eye on that. And what I was going to say earlier is that one of the things you're going to want to watch is you're going to watch sports. You're going to want to watch games. You're going to want to watch highlights. You want to watch the markets. These cards change all the time. So logging in to the website and taking a look day to day, especially after big games, or major accolades, championships, big plays, all kinds of stuff, that can really go in. Special awards at the end of the season. Keep an eye on all of it, and I will here because I think this card has a ways to go before it really gets to its full value. I'd hate to lose it at 50. I will, just because I think for me, I don't know Lawrence Butler personally that well, and I think somebody else does. So sometimes that'll be the decider for me. I'll be like, yeah, let's just get this into somebody's hands that's really going to appreciate it. This is Aaron Judge. Very exciting. This is of 75 gold purple foil, really pretty card, major fan base. We all know Aaron Judge. Grade 8 was the unfortunate. When I look at this one, Aaron Judge, seeing these ungraded from $50 to $100. So, if we go from what the other one was, I mean, this is probably, what did I do? I looked around. Let's see. Aaron, looks like we're going to put this out there at 125. And I think that's fair. I think that that is definitely fair. It would take quite a negotiation probably to get me from that price. And I have a feeling it could go up. We're just going to keep an eye on it. All these we're going to keep an eye on. Just keep checking in not only to Aaron Judge over the season, but also because he just had a great, WBC. And we'll see how he does during the year and how other cards that are of 75 from the set, how those do. Okay, so very excited about this card. Tyler Warren, Micro Mosaic, 2025. This is a Gem Mint 10, guys. Oh my gosh, we are so excited about this. We knew right away that we had pulled something genuine here. So I'm looking at this card. Market tells me 119. That's raw. Grade 10 right now today, $299.50. Other cards in this at a grade 10, they're 400, 600. There are a few that are above 1,000. This is a rookie card. Very hard to find. Tyler Warren's a great player. He's very dynamic. He had a great. This is actually kind of an Isaac Tesla kind of a player in my mind, where we just need another year, man. We just need another year, more performance. So I'm probably going to put this out. I think I kind of came to a gut feeling price on this. Let me see. What did I not? Tyler, no, 375. This is going to come in a little cheaper than a $400 comp I found, but it's going to keep it closer to the 500 kind of mean average of the grade 10s in this set, and I'm going to keep a real close eye on it. So if you happen to watch this and you're very interested in this card, grab it because, yeah, I think at what did I say, 375, I won't have it there for, I feel like a crazy salesman right now, but I mean, honestly, it's a $375 card. Somebody's going to want it for that. And it'll be out there, man. But I think it's a brilliant card. And I think it's got a really high end possibility. Bing Bing Cooper Flag, grade 10, 2025 tops. This is a crackle board foil. Don't believe it's numbered, but it's a little rare. They had a bunch of the regular rookie that was in the set. I think a lot of people got that if they were looking for it. But this one came in crackle board. It's a Costco exclusive. And I looked around and let's see, I'm looking here at my Cooper Raw, $57.50. The grade 10 is $353.75. So, let's see what I decided to do. Cooper is $400. So this is a $400 card. It's going to go live. Great price for this. This is his rookie. This is a Costco limited exclusive kind of card. It's just going to accumulate. It's going to appreciate value. It just is. So very excited to have what I think our first graded Cooper Flag. We have some coming down the pike, but this is the first one of these. Anthony Edwards, Phases. Isn't this cool? It's got a laser treatment on the background. And this is kind of his rise to where he is currently. And it's a grade 10, 2024 Donruss Optic. And I did some looking around. Obviously, I did. I always do. Anthony Edwards, the raw, this is $80. And the grade 10 is $170. And we're seeing other grade 10s, 175 to 175 range, something like that. Even more, actually. Quite a bit more, actually. Just depending on the player. But Anthony Edwards, this isn't his rookie card, but he's so good, and he's such a good he's going to be a face. Obviously, Wendy's probably the face, but Anthony Edwards is going to be right there with him as a face of the league. He's developing so quickly. He's so awesome. I probably mentioned that in other videos. We really like him. Very close to having a personal collection of him. We have some, but I think we're going to move this card. I'm going to keep an eye on it, like I always do, but it looks like we're going to put this. Oh, I'm wrong. We are not selling this card, ladies and gentlemen. We decided not to sell this card. We are keeping this for now, and we are going to keep an eye and see what the market does. So, yeah, let us know if you're interested in this card, but we're going to sit on it for a little while. Man, I bet this one, let's see, what is it again? 175? No, this is going to be a $300 card in a year. I mean, he's already establishing himself. I mean, any given night during the playoffs, if they make it, he has a couple really awesome nights. I think this card is going to be highly sought after. All right, last card. We're very excited about this one as well. Shohei Ohtani, Cyber Stats. This is 2025 Topps Archive, grade 10. What can I say? We pulled this. We were excited about it. Got it directly into PSA the next day, as we do with most of the ones that you've already seen. But when we know we've got it, we get it graded quickly. We just don't want to. We just don't want it banging around. We want to reduce the odds that it's going to get hurt in any way, and reduce that price, because when it comes back as a 10, check this out. The market raw value of this, just out of the pack, $15 with a grade, 175. So this is going to go up. It's already doing really well. We're going to sit on this, it looks like. Otherwise, we are thinking $200 for this card. So anytime that could change, we might put this out anytime. But these are all coming in right now as people are getting them graded from Costco. So check this out. So this one, this one, this one, not this one, this one, this one, and this one. So let's take a look. In fact, we'll take Tariq out. This is from $40 packs at Costco. And they put them out at Christmas time. They'll probably come back. They had Mosaic Football. They had Topps Flagship and Archives. They had Topps regular 2025 baseball, I believe. And this is the Topps regular basketball. Did I say all that? I think that's all right. But they don't have them anymore. And these are what came out of there. And so the price on these, I think we figured out, is, I think, $1,200 in value. And we're going to vault everything you see here, but and get it out of the house. We need to do that. But I'm just kind of mentioning, one of the things that we really pride ourselves in is really looking for value. We go to card shops pretty regularly. We go to, Costco, Walmart, Target. We see these things, and you just start to get a feel for what prices are happening. What are you pulling from some of these products? What does that look like? What kind of returns, And I remember at a lot of these that I was pulling one at a time from time to time at a Costco, I was like, look, this card looks like it's like a $150 card if we get it graded, even at a 9. Let's go get 2 more of these $40 things. I mean, that's going to pay for the 2 that we bought today. And we'll go fishing again, and so it's really hard that way, because it is an expensive hobby. But if you can find little opportunities or luck out, and get a redemption card in the mail, or in a pack, you can kind of maximize your dollar. It's not always great to go spend $30, $60 on these, blaster boxes and mega boxes, let alone hobby boxes, they get even more expensive. And don't get me started, I mean, Topps right now, they've got the license, and their products are really expensive. I mean, we're talking, $80 and $90 for these boxes, and there are so few cards, and you're not getting the return. There's very little value in these cards right now from Topps, unfortunately. So we're stopping, and buying that product, and focusing on maybe some older things, maybe going on WEMBY hunts, maybe even Jordan hunts. Maybe we'll go on Shohei hunts, rookie cards, Patrick Mahomes rookies from 2018, these types of things. So we're going to keep it fresh. We're going to see what we can find and create some new video material for you guys to check out. But we're just really excited about all this stuff. We thought we had some cool stuff to share. And so we hope you enjoyed this video, and we will talk to you soon. All right. Bye-bye.